for today's Cup of Coffee with Scream.
Cup of coffee.
Youngest kid got to do something fun today.
I did. I got to go see A Christmas Carol, like the actual play of it, and it was so good. It was so good.
Yeah, he went to, he saw it, I think they call it Stage 2 now. They used to call it the Barter Playhouse.
It wasn't at the Playhouse. It was at the actual, like the main building.
So it was in the main Barter.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Mm-hmm. Wonderful. And what's our picture is of the Barter Theater, and it's located in Abingdon, Virginia. And a little bit of history on this. It says that, and this is from their website, which I found out some interesting things, which I will not go into, but it's just like, well, it doesn't surprise me. I will put a link to the Barter website, and you can go and discover things for yourself. June 10th of 1933, the Barter Theater opened its doors proclaiming, with vegetables you cannot sell, you can buy a good laugh. And the price of admission was 35 cents or an equivalent amount of produce. And 4 out of 5 theater goers paid their way with vegetables, dairy products, and livestock. Because depression and poor Appalachian.
Yeah.
And it says, to the surprise of many, all the seats for the first show were filled, and the concept of trading ham for Hamlet caught on quickly. At the end of the first season, the Barter Company cleared $4.35 in cash. Again, this is 1933. 2 barrels of jelly, and a collective weight of grain of over 300 pounds, which was good.
Yeah.
And it says, today at least one performance a year celebrates Barter's history by accepting donations for Feeding America, Southwest Virginia. Barter Days happen in the month of June as a birthday celebration for the Barter Theater, and they do list the performance times on their Ways page. And this is a historical building. A lot of the buildings there in Abingdon are from the time of the Revolutionary War. Lots of history in that area. And it's reported also to be haunted.
It is?
Yes.
For real?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Usually,
that's so cool.
I actually volunteered as a usher there for a while.
Really?
Yeah. And what you did after you helped the people find their seats and stuff, then you could go in the back and sit and watch the play. Mm-hmm. I think they were performing Death of a Salesman when I was doing this, and it's just like, once you've seen it, it's
Death of a Salesman?
It's rough.
Is it a musical or just a play?
No, it's depressing. God, it's depressing. They did a good job of it. I was honestly hoping to see The Spectre, which I did not.
That would have been really fucking cool if you saw The Spectre.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people have seen it.
I don't know. I don't know. Somebody that was a friend of mine years ago, that she had, I knew more people in Abingdon, and it's like 2020 changed the world in a lot of really not good ways. And there was a lot of people that were my friends, or I believed were my friends, that were no longer my friends. How foolish to let small things that nobody can control separate friendships and stuff. You find out who your friends are, though. Mm-hmm. But you got to see A Christmas Carol.
Yeah. And it was just spectacular. I think I scared the poor little old usher lady.
Wow.
That was up in
what
the
did
thing.
you do?
Because I went up to her and I was like, full on body, like, this play was incredible.
I don't think you scared her.
She was
around theater people.
At first, when I was like, this play was, she was like, oh no, and I was like, it was incredible.
Yeah.
It was so good.
When people are around theater people, they don't, I don't think they scare that easily, or they wouldn't be around theater people.
You would think, but her eyes got wide, and so it's like, oh, here it
She was
comes.
probably just waiting for somebody to complain or something, which...
It's like, it's incredible. Everything, the stage design, you got to see parts of it move around and all that. Along with the costume design. Have you seen those like 3D printed like finger gloves or whatever that are like really long? For the of Christmas Future. What is it?
Ghost of Christmas Future?
Yeah, Ghost of Christmas Future. They had that. They had that, and the mask and the whole white garment.
Oh,
and
how cool!
The way that it flowed was just beautiful. I'm pretty sure the person who played the Ghost of Christmas Present was the same person who played the Ghost of Christmas Future.
Well, I was trying to look and see
the drama of it, and I'm like, he was the best one out of all of them, no joke. Even the one that was playing Scrooge. He outshined all of them.
There are no small parts, only small actors.
Yeah, but it's just...
Live theater is something that when you can, even bad live theater can still be good.
Mm-hmm.
It really can. But I was going to... And he went to the matinee. He and his father and his father's girlfriend went to the matinee. And I was so glad that they got to go as a group and see this. Well, and from the 35 cents in 1933, tickets have now soared from $22 to $54, depending on where you sit.
Yeah, and they had to buy... Well, we were sitting on, like, the bottom floor, but we were, like, a few rows back. Like, we were close
from
to
the stage?
Yeah, we were close to the exit.
Okay.
They had to buy my ticket while we were there, because they only had two.
What happened there? I thought they had enough.
They used the other ones.
Okay.
So, either that or something else happened. I don't know. But anyway, we all went to see it. Whoever played Scrooge did a good job. He could have done a little bit better. He did a good job, though. I don't know what to say about it. Like, if you've seen The Christmas Carol, you pretty much know the spiel of it. I don't know how to describe it. Like, the dude that was playing, like, the Ghost of the Christmas Present, he was just, like, all, like... He was confident, and he was funny. He was cracking jokes. He had the auditorium laughing at, no joke, at certain points. He's like, grab my robe. And the way that he would do it, it's just funny.
Well, that was the wonderful
part
of it.
And he had this he was a tall Asian dude with this fucking red wig on, and he full on in character, and he was like, flipped it.
Funny.
Yeah.
And this was an adaptation of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, and it was adapted by Catherine Bush. And you were talking about that it actually had some songs and stuff in it.
Well, I won't say like obviously the carols and stuff like that. There was quite a few songs. Well, it wasn't like a full-on musical.
Right.
I won't say that. But there was singing, dancing, stuff like that. Like in the necessary, appropriate scenes.
Right.
Like at a party, or even like the carolers being on the street singing, and then, you know, dude going up in there and be like, bah humbug, all that. I'm bad at describing things. It's a whole ass experience. It's something that you would just have to go see. He
had called, and he was just so ecstatic.
Yeah. It's like just the whole energy of it was just incredible. And I mean, there's nothing else like a play. A play is unlike anything else, and being on the stage is completely different than, you know, being a watcher.
Yeah.
Because that's a energy all of its own, and it's like, that's so fucking cool. Mm-hmm. So fucking cool.
And
and it was just beautiful. The sound design, it boomed at certain points, and I'm like, ooh.
Yeah. And it takes such a crew of people, talented people, that are never seen to make the illusion that a play becomes.
I will say, the ghosts that were there with Jacob Marley, they were fucking creepy. Mm-hmm. They were really fucking creepy. And his scream
See,
the
that
dude
would've been
that
awesome.
the dude that played Jacob Marley, his scream, it was like, oh shit, oh shit. His hair was out to here, and it like he had like, you could tell like it was like a half mask in a way, but it was zombie-ish.
Right.
It's just creepy but well done.
Yeah. I mean, people don't think about all the people, not only as far as the writers and different things like that, and the musicians. Was the music, was it live or was it?
It was pre-recorded.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
And they were mic'd up.
Yeah, really?
The actors were mic'd up.
That's cheating.
It is. I was like,
cheating.
That's cheating. They need to
Learn to project.
Yes. I don't know what has happened to theater, vocal coaches that have just taught people not to project, but that is the main thing in theater, that you have to project, because you need to get the people up in the auditorium and at the back of the stage, or at the back of the crowd.
Yeah, the auditorium.
Back seats.
Kid actually several years back got to do, it was a youth program for people through the Barter Theater. Mm-hmm. And, oh my goodness, I can't remember her name right now. That was the director. God. She was wide open.
She was
old school theater.
Yeah, but she was good at what she did.
She was.
And she was a big personality. Honestly,
she was like Richard Simmons. I mean, that type
I adored
of
her
bombastic energy. She taught you all well.
Yeah, she did. But she actually gave me really good.
Kate, was it Miss Kate?
Kate something. Yeah. I called her Miss Kate.
Yeah.
I think she's back in Florida now.
Yeah, I don't blame her.
But it's
theater people.
She was awesome, and
they're a different breed of human. They really are.
And as an artist, like as a painter, sculptor, being, I think I was sort of an adult at that time, kind of. I would think I was 17.
You were 17. You were, yeah.
So that was the first time I really experienced how, theater people were, even though they were close to my age range.
Yeah.
And just the big personalities, while I'm over here sort of more reserved, shy, skittish. They are not. They are loud and out there.
The only thing that you
they
lack is
bombastic.
Confidence.
Huh?
That's the only thing that you lack is confidence. That's what separates you from any of these other people. You have the talent. It's just the lack of self-confidence.
And no joke, there are certain points, certain characters that some actors played, some of the actors, and this may be my own arrogance. Dead ass, this may be my own arrogance, but I was like, I can do better. Yeah. Dude, you can do much better. I can do better than that.
Now, as a audience member for the production, and my God, they did The Sound of Music.
We had a nun that was out of tune. Who
does that?
Well, honestly, for the most part, except for one nun, except for one of them.
Oh God, yes,
it was good.
That was painful. Yeah.
Everyone else was brilliant. Everyone else was really good. But the nun, the one nun.
Yeah.
God love her, and she had OCD.
Yeah.
Along with perfectionism, severe perfectionism, but it was
bad.
It was overriding her ass.
She was bad.
The thing is,
she was bad.
In rehearsals, no joke, our vocal coach or whatever, there's a certain point that she was sounding really good. She could sing.
And it was just stage fright that took over, right?
I don't know if it was that or OCD.
It affects your vocal cords horribly. But I will tell you this. Kid had 3 different roles to play. He was brilliant. He truly, and that's not just mama talking. He had this stage presence that he came in and just his scenes, he stole the show.
Did other people say that?
It doesn't matter what other people. My opinion is just as valuable as anybody else's.
That's true. Your opinion is gold to me, so that's all that matters.
And it's one of those. Your mama don't blow smoke up somebody's ass either, and you know that.
No, no, you really don't. I love you. You do not pull punches on people.
No, because why would I? It causes people more harm.
It was like me trying to do that one high note in the car, and you're like literally the cringe. It was a whole visceral reaction with you. It's like,
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I
that's
do-
rough, honey. That's rough.
I do not have poker face. I do not have poker face.
I am way better at my higher keys and octaves now, sort of. But you're not a fan of the high pitched voices anyway, or
Yeah, but
like
you're male
higher
doing it. It's
notes.
different. It's female high-pitched voices that there's a frequency that bothers me greatly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it literally causes my eardrums to flutter. So it's not just, I mean, it's not just
It's literally. A physical response.
So I've never had that with anything that I have heard you singing.
Yeah. I can firmly say that the whole time, confidently say that the whole time I was watching the play, I had a smile on my face the entire time. And it's just watching everything. It's just like, oh.
Yeah.
And they all, like, I may shit on some of them being like, yeah, you could do better. That's not really shitting on it. That's just being like,
That's just
you can up it a little bit.
Yeah.
They all did such a good job.
Mm-hmm.
They really, truly did.
And it's like, because of where we are, opportunities for artistic children are few.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love for kid to, but also as far as, has he been sheltered in a lot of ways? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because when you get in, and I can tell him about some of the arts communities in various and sundry ways, because I have been around some of these people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very easy to get dragged into doing things that you wouldn't normally do. So my suggestion to him, and next time that we see the gentleman that has bought quite a few businesses in the tiny town near us, there also used to be a playhouse.
Yeah. That was where plays used to be in town and all that. But honestly, one of my dreams, ever since I was little, like dead ass, the Barter was the gold standard for me.
Well,
I always wanted to perform there. Not in the fucking second theater. I wanted to be in that main original theater.
yeah.
It's just that love for it. And I've always, like, I spent years, not watching any musicals, even though that's literally what I watched growing up, as a kid.
Right.
Like, as a child, I watched, what was her name? Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Sure.
What was the others? There's so many. There's many. Mamma Mia.
Mm-hmm.
There
used to be quite a few.
There's
good,
a lot.
I mean, there were actually good musicals. I mean, you had people like Dick Van Dyke and so many talented. Angela Lansbury.
Yes.
She was just a great talent.
Her and Gypsy. She was really
Julie
damn
Andrews
good in
was
Gypsy.
Another one. Mm-hmm. So many people. Yeah. And for kids that are artistic, if you sit in house, nobody knows your talent.
Well, TikTok's going to be banned anyway, so.
Now there's a possibility that it is not going to be banned, but it'll be a matter of it being American based.
It's officially in ban territory. Like that, it's already been signed to be banned. It goes into effect the month before Trump goes into office.
Yeah, we'll see what happens between now and then. I think there's too many people that use the platform for it to just totally die. That or something else will emerge.
But it's sort of, and I could feel it, like reigniting, like that spark for that falling back in love with musical theater a few weeks ago. Like in the midst of the panic attacks, I was watching a lot. I was watching musicals like Gypsy. I was going back and watching clips of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Mary Poppins, Company. I really liked Company, even though that's it's a very depressing musical, but Patti LuPone does an excellent job in it. I don't remember who originally did it, but she is the best. She was the original was the best for that role, was
Right.
more accurate to the character. So I could, sort of feel that spark coming back for it. But this really just, it's like, wow, I know. And I'm not just saying this because, like, oh, I'm self-depreciating. I know for a fact I know the limitations of my talent. I don't flat out, my personality is too reserved a lot of the time to be a star like them, to be a stage performer like them. But God love her, poor the dad's girlfriend dragged me up to the thing and was like, asked when the next auditions were.
Right.
It was like,
What did they say?
They were closed currently for the season, but this coming spring or summer, that's when they'll start doing them again. But it's like, I'm nowhere near Barter Theater level of talent yet. I would rather, go to the amateur plays and, over there at the Paramount.
Until you audition, just even going through the audition process, you learn.
Mm-hmm.
You learn lots of things.
Yeah.
And so it's just a matter of following your heart. So I'm really glad that he got to go and see the production.
It's just like the lights of it, and how the Ghost of Christmas Past, she had like a fairy costume on. It was pure white.
Right.
The wig was white, everything. And the light that shined on her was this bright white light. It was blinding. Even from our seats, it was blinding.
Right.
It's just magical.
Yeah. That's the whole thing of it.
And then picking up the bell, even though it's supposed to be floating, then dinging as they're narrating. Like the whole choir is narrating some of the story.
Sure.
And then it will pop between each person that's in that choir. Then they'll like say a part of the story, and then another one will say a part, and then another one, and then another one, and then another one. And at a certain point, they all come together, and it's just, oh my gosh.
Well, that is the whole thing about where it is magical. It is the illusion that it can take whomever out of for a moment. It can take them to someplace else.
The door knocker scene. That was at the beginning of it, where Bob Marley, Jacob Marley, like turned into the door knocker. The door had like this white fabric on it, and the actor pushed his face through it,
Scream cloth. That's what it was.
And his hand, and it's just the glow, the lighting too. It's like, that's so fucking cool. That is so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, there are some. I went to a production one time that they had scrim cloth, which is wonderful as far as silhouettes.
Mm-hmm.
And it was at one of these large churches in the region. This was many years ago. And so they had the actors that were in front of the scrim cloth, but they also had the ones that were behind, and it was just pure silhouette. It was incredible.
It really is. It's just
that anything that we would go to, seriously, we are 45 minutes from anything significant.
Yeah, dead ass. Like, even to Abingdon, it's like, what, a 35, 40 minute drive?
Yeah. Depending on traffic.
Yeah.
Because so much can happen between where we are and just getting to Abingdon.
Like, when we say that we live in the sticks, we live in the sticks.
We do. But that's okay. Because there are things that are still accessible. Mm-hmm. But I just pray for him that he will get as far as the lack of self-confidence, because he needs that.
Get this. Someone messaged me on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I will pray for you that God helps show you your path.
Good.
And I'm like, okay, one, that came out of the blue.
Well, God usually does that. So, final thoughts?
What if that is my path? What if musical theater is the path?
Okay. Then sing on. Yeah, do it and
theater
do it
in general,
for the glory of God. That's the thing. Whatever you do, do it for the glory of God to the best of your ability. There's nothing wrong with that. And it's like your mama, it's like anybody that had a lick of sense could see that the arts, you are the embodiment of art. That's it. That is that's what your essence is. It's just a matter of finding how and the where, and it'll present itself when it's time.
Well, I mean, both my parents are artists, so it's only you know?
Right.
I mean, Dad has painted before. He
Well,
plays music. He's been in plays before.
Guitarist.
He's been in like school plays and shit like that before.
But he is a brilliant guitarist.
Yeah.
He truly is.
And like your paintings are fucking brilliant too. I love them. I've seen your well, have I seen your sculptures?
A lot of my stuff was lost over the years. A lot of my stuff was destroyed and different things like that. I've sculpted a little bit here and there.
I know you had a mask that you sculpted and glazed and all that, and I loved it.
Yeah.
I still love it. Two parents that are artists, that are brilliant artists. They make an artist child that's just fucking weird.
No, it's not. It's genetics.
No, I said that they make a child that's an artist, but it's just fucking weird.
It's not. It's different and unique. You do not want to be like. That's what it is. Everybody, this world needed individuals. That each individual is designed by God because this world needed that person. And for them to claim who they are by their birthright and not let the world stop them and stifle them.
Well, that's...
And that's
the world will
hard
do that.
part.
The world will definitely do that.
Sure they will. Because the world tears people down. We need other people to help build people up.
Also, a lot of actors, they got the egos of...
Yeah.
Shit. I don't want one of those.
You don't have to develop that. You can do it differently.
Like, I would like confidence, but that ego shit,
There's
that's
a
just like,
difference.
dude, you're a fucking asshole. You're a pompous asshole. Could you just... you need a moment that tells you are not all that. Just one moment to show you are not all that.
Well, whatever you do to
some
walk
of them
humbly.
really... Huh?
To walk humbly.
Some of them need to be humbled.
Well. Yeah. So.
And I'm not just saying this like out of, bitterness or spite. Like, genuinely, some of them have egos that are just like, dude, I'm not fucking with that shit.
Right.
You think
can
you're
learn.
above everyone else. You're out of touch with the little people too. So
There are no little people. There are just people. They're just people.
well, shit, all our lives we've been considered the little people.
And that's only
The bottom of the bear.
It's like, by whose standards? Not
That's
by
true.
God's.
That is true. To God, we are not.
There are only people. And it's the thing about people don't understand what the term to be humble means. It means that you don't think you're better than anybody else, but you don't think you're less than anybody else.
And that's one thing I told Dad's girlfriend while we were at the Barter in the first intermission. A lot of the people are uppity. A lot of the people there are uppity and very... What's the word I'm looking for? I know what I told her, but it's like... It's an essence of like they're above others.
Elitist.
And I don't fuck with that shit.
You don't have to.
I know where I've been. I'm proud of where I've been. I'm proud of where I live. I'm proud of where I come from.
Sure.
Who are they? At least I fucking know how to survive. We know how to fucking survive if shit hits the fan.
It's always interesting to see how people will think that they're better than other people. And that they don't understand that it's only by the grace of God that they were given the opportunities that they had. That is where it's a matter of walking in gratitude. And if you have the understanding that we have another day by the grace of God, if you can get out of bed, if you can draw breath, if you have food to eat, clothes to put on, shelter over you, you're blessed. And to approach each day, it's like, this is a new day. Thank you. Lord, what would you have me do in service to you?
Yeah.
That's how I live. It's not how everybody lives. It's just, and it's not an easy path, but it's a matter of prayer, trusting that He will show you and that He will give you opportunity. So I'm glad that he was excited, as you could tell.
I loved it, and honestly, I would like to go see something during the summer if possible,
Well, yeah.
but I don't think that it will be.
We don't. Why are you worried about about tomorrow. Today ain't even done yet. Reel it back. Just reel it back just a little bit. Deal with this moment. Tell these people where we can be found.
We can be found on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube at Orlando's Cup of Coffee with Scream. You can also check her out on X, previously known as Twitter, at OrlandoCOCWS. You can check me out on X too at, it's that alien.
I will put that, and I forgot yesterday to put it in the description box. I will put it in there.
Mm-hmm. If you want to be inundated with doll stuff and just stupid shit.
He's a good kid. He's a good person. And so, encourage other people. If somebody has a talent or a dream or whatever, encourage them.
Mm-hmm.
And we need these type things. If you've got somebody that thinks they're full of themselves, sit back and watch, because sooner or later it'll catch up with them. A lot of times those people that are stepped on somebody's invisible ladder up are the ones that they meet coming back down.
Yeah.
I've seen it too many times.
Yeah.
Anyhow, everybody be having the paranormal, by the way. Everybody.
Other people are going through spiritual warfare too,
Yes.
and it's intense.
Yeah, it is. So,
This one
prayers,
girl was like,
pray one for another.
This one girl was like, "Is it just me? Is anyone else going through like intense, like severe spiritual warfare right here, or am I just going crazy?" It's like, no, girl, we're all going through it. We're going through it.
That's it. That's it. Know that you are loved. Treat other people the way that you would like to be treated. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye.